Hey, it's Robert here from robertcbrown.online. I hope you're having a terrific day wherever you are in the world today. Now, does daily goal setting work? That's what I'm going to be discussing with you today. I'm going to tell you why it absolutely does work and why you should be doing it right now. I'm going to be telling you what to do in order for it to be actually a goal that's moving you closer to what you want in life rather than just a kind of whimsical wish. I'm going to tell you how to get it done, the very best way to get it done so that you actually get some results. And I'm going to show you where you can go for more information on this and dig deeper if you want to do that. So with all of that out of the way, I'm really excited. I want to get stuck in. Hope you do too. So let's get stuck in. Okay, so why does daily goal setting work? Well, in much the same way as why goal setting works. Really, anything that you want to achieve in life, anything that you want to be, do, and have, you have to have some idea initially of where it is you want to go to, and then you have to have an actionable plan to actually get there. Otherwise, you've got nothing than a simple wish list and no proactive way of getting there, no kind of map to follow. Okay, so it's really important on any journey, and I look at goal setting as the process of a journey towards something that you wish to obtain or attain, and so it's a journey, and every step of that journey should be a milestone. You don't go from point A to point Z in one jump. You have to go through all of the points in between A and Z before you complete your journey. So those are milestones, okay? If we were thinking of it in that way, all the letters in between A and Z would be milestones. And it's much the same way with goal setting. Much the same way. If you know where you're going and you've got complete clarity in what it is you're trying to achieve, and you take it in bite-sized chunks, you'll move steadily towards your goal in a predictable fashion, and eventually you will achieve your goal. If you try to bite off too much, or you become unrealistic, then it's almost like having too much food on your plate, really. It's very rare that you will ever finish a big plate full of food, but if somebody were to bring you a small plate of food, there's much more chance that you would actually finish that small plate and go looking for more and end up eating even more as a result. So it's the same with goal setting. Small bite-sized chunks to move you ever closer to your desired outcome. So that is why you should be using goals. But as we bring it back, I have an exercise that I do with clients called Back from the Future.
Marty, you made it!
And that's basically a backward planning exercise which takes you back from where you want to be all the way back down in yearly, monthly, weekly, and then daily increments until you can get down to today and exactly what you need to do today to move yourself forward to where it is that you want to be ultimately. So it's tremendously powerful. That's the why behind it, and that's absolutely why you should be doing it, because once you get this handled, you will be able to predictably achieve your goals every time you set them. So let's talk a little bit about what daily goal setting will actually do for you. Well, what it will actually do in a nutshell is keep you on track and keep you laser focused on the outcome that you wish to have. But daily goal setting, what that also does is it allows you to forget the major target. It allows you to stop yourself from becoming potentially overwhelmed and as a result procrastinating on the things that you absolutely need to do. And generally I find that when people do that, they get to a place where they start to fill their time with incidental, non-important things to really avoid doing the things that they need to do to move them forward. Now, what this will do is it will build discipline. It will build that muscle for you. So every day you get up, you know what your goals are for that day and you set about doing them. And here's the thing, I would suggest that you do the most important one first, or the one that you've been putting first. Get that out of the way and get your goals done every day. And then every day you will feel terrific. It will give you a terrific burst of energy and a real feel-good factor to know that you've done everything you had to do today to move you one step closer to where it is that you want to be and what you want to achieve. And that is the what of daily goal setting. It's what it will do for you in terms of who it makes you, who it turns you into as a result of how you feel, and these small successes that build into huge successes over time. It builds that discipline muscle, and it's actually reprogramming you in one of the major success traits of really successful, high achieving individuals. So that's it. That's why you've got to do it. That's what it will do for you if you discipline yourself to do it each and every day. And if you do that, I absolutely guarantee you'll be checking your goals off the list as fast as you can say aye. It's as simple as that. So I encourage you to really work hard and put conscious application to it so that you do it every single day. Doesn't matter if it's 3 goals in a day or if it's 5 minor goals in a day. You must not finish your day until you do them. So do them first, get them done, and then the rest of the day is yours to do what you please with. But you know you have done everything that you had to do to ultimately move you a step closer to your ultimate goal. Okay, well, I guess it's time for us to talk about the how to get this done. So let's get stuck into that. Really, firstly, I've mentioned earlier on that you need to know where you're going. You need to know what it is that you want. Now, you could have an outcome that is 5 years from now, 3 years, 2 years, 1 year, or even sort of 6 weeks. It doesn't matter. But the point is that I encourage you to do this. Use a bit of the backward planning principle that I mentioned earlier on and work out what it is that you want by what date, and then you need to work back from that. So let's say that if you were working back from a 5-year increment or 5-year period, you would go back in increments, let's say, of years until maybe you get 2 years out, and then you'd say, well, okay, now where am I 6 months before that? What did I do to get there 6 months before that? And then you break it down to months, and eventually you would have it down to, okay, well, by the end of this week, it is my goal to achieve this. So let's break that down into milestones over the week, and that makes daily milestones or goals that you have to achieve. Now, it's a little difficult to follow me when all you're going to do is listen to me talk. I get that. So I've got a little something that I'll tell you about in a moment that I'm going to offer you absolutely for free, which will help you out. So, anyway, to get back to the point, it's really, really good. Number one, clarify where it is you want to be and by when. Then trace your steps backwards as if you've already achieved it. And imagine where you were a certain time period before, whether that be a year before, 6 months, 6 weeks, whatever it is, relative to the time point that's attached to the outcome you want, and break it down, those things down, as to-dos, which are your goals, okay? The small, I would say, sub-goals that would go to creating your major goals over the week, the month, and the year, okay? So hopefully you're following me so far. So what you do then is by doing that, you will end up with a list of maybe 3, 4, or 5 mini goals each and every day that will move you forward over the week to achieve your weekly goal. Then obviously over a 4-week period, you're going to achieve your monthly goal. And then again, over the year, if you keep going, you should achieve your 12-month goal. Sounds very simple. I'm throwing a lot at you, so I know it's a lot to retain. But here's the thing. What I'm going to do is I've delivered a SMART goal setting workshop in a live format, and I've delivered it as an online training as well. And I've condensed it into a kind of a really, really condensed, hard-hitting goal-setting program that I'm going to give you absolutely for free to go along with what I'm saying to enable you to start setting goals along the path that I've suggested to you. But it'll be a lot easier than you just listening to me and having nothing to work with. So I want to give you the tools to actually follow through on what I'm telling you. So if you go to robertcbrown.online/goals, robertcbrown.online/goals, you can get your copy of the Smart Goal Setting Workshop there. And let me know how you get on. I always want to hear about the results that people get, because it really juices me to see people moving forward with things that I create to help them. It makes me feel good about me, and it knows that I'm moving. It lets me know that I'm moving one step closer to my goals, which all revolve around helping more people, impacting more people worldwide, and helping to change the world for the better. So with all of that out of the way, I'll give you that link again, robertcbrown.online/goals, and you can get your free goal setting workshop, which I know will help you tremendously. So it's not difficult, in summing up, to get this done. You've just got to be really clear about where it is that you want to go. You've got to be super clear about when you want to achieve it. You've then got to get into the headspace where you imagine already having achieved it. Now, what that does, it overcomes any limiting beliefs or mental blocks you've got around potential hurdles between where you are now and where it is that you want to go. If you can get into that headspace where you imagine where you are and you really get into that feeling of being there, so that you actually get the vibe of actually having achieved everything it is that you wish to achieve, then all of a sudden, mentally, the blocks that have been stopping you before are gone. So you can now retrace your steps without anything getting in your way, and it works like magic. Now, all of those steps become your goals on the path to the major goal, your mini goals, if you like, okay? And your mini goals will have mini goals, and it breaks all the way down to the daily goals that really were the topic of this video to begin with. So that's how you do it. Go through the Smart Goal Setting Workshop. Make sure you keep things realistic. And the reason I would say that you do that once again is because if you set your goals too high, what you tend to do is, and I mean, when I say high, I like people to reach high, but if you're reaching high but somewhere inside it's not resonating with you because your belief system is not allowing you to believe that you can actually achieve that in the time period that you've allotted for it, then all you're doing is you're setting yourself up for major frustration, and ultimately you're going to fail to make that goal. So you need to give yourself little bite-sized pieces that are actually doing the job of moving you forward, but they're also achievable in your mind, in your belief system. You know you can do that stuff, right? So now you get excited about it. And let's be honest, if you can have a long line of small successes, that's going to empower you so much more and enable you to do so much more. It will give you access to so many more mental resources than if you keep having failures, which is just going to diminish your self-belief, your self-confidence, and your self-image. So you don't want to be doing that. So set small bite-sized pieces, small bite-sized goals, achieve it step by step, and build that confidence muscle as you go. It's really, really important, because at the same time as moving towards your goal, what you're actually doing as well is you're growing into the type of person that creates huge goals and actually delivers on them, achieves them. And that's ultimately what you want to do, isn't it? So there it is. That's the how to do it. And use the goal setting workshop. Please, it will help you implement everything that I've said. And if you want to dig even further than this and you want to get hooked up to my community, just go to robertcbrown.online and join my newsletter over there. Get involved in the community, and we'd love to have you and love to support you. And I'd love to get to know you better as we move forward and to be able to serve you in as many ways as I can. Incidentally, I will say that if you do grab my goal setting workshop, the Smart Goal Setting Workshop, you will actually automatically be put into my kind of family, my online family anyway, and we can stay connected. So that's it from me. I hope you've really enjoyed this today. And you know what? I hope more than anything, you take some action on this stuff. Otherwise, what's the point, eh? What's the point? What's the point in me delivering it? What's the point in you sitting there and listening to it? Come on. Let's do some stuff. Let's make things happen. Let's create some magic. Okay? Okay, go get your goal setting workshop and keep checking in because I've got more good stuff coming your way. Take care. Bye-bye. It's Robert here. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you've really enjoyed it. If you've enjoyed this, then please subscribe to this channel and come back and see many more doing these things all the time. And if you want to know when the next one comes up, click the little bell and you'll get a notification each and every time we've got a new video up there for you to have a look at. And the other thing is, I nearly forgot. If you love everything to do with personal development, business development, and just getting yourself into a peak state, then you're going to want to get over to my free webinar training, which is going to show you exactly the steps to take to overcome any inner barriers that are stopping you from achieving in life and business right now, and exactly what to do to get that put right and start living the life of your dreams, starting right now. Sounds like a tall order? Promise you, you can do this stuff. Get across to my webinar training. The link is in the description below this video. I hope to see you there. And at the very least, I hope that you click the bell. I hope you subscribe to the channel. And I hope to see you back here again soon.